Hello everybody, welcome back. I hope you're doing great. It's been a bit since I recorded. Last week I barely uploaded. I apologize, but it was nearly impossible for me to record because it was raining pretty much all week. There was like a few nights when it wasn't raining, but there were clouds and it was like raining and stop, raining and stop, and I didn't want to risk it, so I barely was able to record. And the day that I could, what I did was record what I needed for that week, like the Saturday video and all of that, so at least I had that. So this week is all about catching up because I'm definitely late. This always happens. I'm like on track for a while, for a couple of months, and then something happens and it's like poof, not on track anymore. Today we are going to be watching, oh my god, my hair is gonna be insane for a while. Today we are watching Kangmin Free Falling. If you don't know, he is a member from VeriVery. VeriVery recently had a huge boom after a few of the members went into Voice Planet, including, what's the planet? What's the Voice Planet? Yeah, but the second one, the one that made I Fall Dry one. Oh my god, I forgot. One of them was Kangmin. He almost made it, I think, into the lineup. But they had a huge boom because of it. They did their whole comeback with Red, which I did a reaction of. And then they announced that he was going to debut solo. Doesn't surprise me because he got quite a bit of a fan base while being on that Celebrity show. I realized there's a couple of things written like in the box, so we will be reading that as well. And also talking about something that I saw that I'm hopeful I can find the photo that I saw to put it for you guys. That was just so weird, but I want to focus on this first, reacting to it of course and all of that, and then we will get to talking. So I saw teasers and all of that. This year I didn't think it was like fully described. I thought it would be one of those like the teaser is one thing, but then the music video and the song is something else. Change. What? Oh my god, that's great. Oh, we have a scratch here. Just this part that changes, and then it keeps going like that. I say it, I turn this on and everybody wants to make sounds, as you can see. Ooh, he's like a mark everywhere. There's like some dogs that are like here for some reason. We don't know why. They're from the street and they keep going in and out of here. That's why. That's probably what it is. Okay, so that was Kangmin Free Falling. I apologize for all of the sounds now. and my dog barking. It's just everything. Okay, couple of things before I get into like reading what's here and all of that. Couple of things. First off, I did see teasers, like I said, and all of that. I thought it was gonna be one of those things where the teaser is one thing but the music video is other. I realized it's not fully that. Very different from what I thought it would be of him debuting solo, in a way, kind of. I thought it would be something different if he ever debuted solo, but it's, oh my god, it is those dogs, I swear. This one's gonna have dogs working. That's gonna be fun. What was he saying? Oh, my cute little brain. Oh, I don't know what this is on my brain, but I lost track. I know I was talking about him doing solo, and this wasn't what I thought it would be if he ever did solo. Was that the last thing that I said? Overall, it is really good. Couple of things. The sound that changes in the chorus and all of that, but I think it's cool. It's definitely less than 3 minutes. There's an app playing now, but I think it is less than 3 minutes for sure. Let me check. Jesus, ads are 2 minutes and 50, so it's almost 3 minutes. Overall, I like it. Even though it's different from what I thought it would be, I like that it's different. That it's not something similar to like what VeriVery will release. So I like that. It doesn't. The music video, I wish they would have done more with it. It's pretty much in one place, which looks like a warehouse or something, and he is like running, he is dancing, all of that. So I wish they would have done a little bit more with the music video, and also the parts where he is like dancing does feel empty because there's no backup dancers with him. So I don't know if that was intentional or if it wasn't. I don't know, but I do think those parts where he was dancing, they look a little bit empty, and I wish they would have had either back dancers with him, or do a little bit more with the editing so it didn't feel too empty, or it didn't feel weird, you know. That is the only thing that I would say. But overall, I do really like it. It's just those little things in the music video where I was like, okay, I wish they would have done something different here and all of that. Again, it is in one place, which again looks like a warehouse. And then at the end when he's in like the top and he's all scratched. So not too much here. This definitely, I every time I say it's a simple music video, I don't want to say that because there's a lot that goes definitely into it. Money wise, you know, production, all of that. Compared to other music videos, it's just in one place. Shots and all of that. I think they could have done a little bit more with the editing and like the dancing bit. That's the main thing. But it doesn't surprise me that they debuted him solo. Again, he was on the Survivor Show Boys Planet. He definitely bought a fan base with him back to VeriVery. They even renewed a contract. They did Red. I feel like it did really good. I was hoping it did a little bit more because it was just really good. But it did pretty well in my opinion, and it does surprise me that debut him solo. He said, okay, we have the chance, we can debut you solo and at least get that fan base there, even if it is with him solo, you know. So it doesn't surprise me that they did this with him in such a short amount of time. Now about what I was seeing here, is that my cat on the window? Probably. There's just a bunch of sound on this one. This is his first solo single, Free Falling. I think there's like 2 more songs on this, from what I remember. I'm not entirely sure, but I think there were like 2 more songs. It says Kangmin on VeriVery released his first solo single album, Free Falling, on March of 2026. Building upon years of his experience on stage through his group activities, Kangmin fully expresses his current self as a solo artist through this album. Alongside his time spent as a member of his team, his experience on Mnet, Boys to Planet have placed Kangmin in front of new questions and feelings. Free Falling is a journal to set time recorded by Kangmin as he faces the current. This album captures Kangmin at his moments on the edge of boyhood and maturity. Over this depictions what of a perfect or confident image. The album draws out Kangmin's uncertainties and uneasiness as he takes each steps, unsure of what the right answers are. The album's plot builds up the uncertainty felt at the edge before experiencing something new, like every moment stepping out of one comfort zone to make new decisions. The unfamiliarity that precedes a change in relationship or the pressure to prove oneself is striking. The album contains a different form of anxiousness that allows for the examination of uncertain multitude from a multitude of angles. Such steps are not the end result of growth, but rather a moment that almost phase in the process of growth. And I don't know if the hand and all of that like weird thing that was happening has to do with this, because there's definitely like a little bit of like, I know when VeriVery came back and released like the contract renewing all of that, they were very excited to show a different side of them as a group. So I don't know if again this is more focused on Kangmin and how he feels changing and going through the Survivor show, if that has to do something with him changing his way of seeing things now and having that experience like helped him, or kind of felt him like he needed, you know, to change, or it just gave him a new experience in a way that helped him realize, okay, this might be the new me or something like that. Who knows? That's what I'm getting from this. The album title Free Falling refers to the point right before one can fully orient themselves in the air, as opposite to a fully uncontrolled fall. One may not be sure exactly where they're headed in free fall, but they must move on nonetheless. Through this album, Kangmin chooses to focus on the current temperature over grandiose stories of growth, candid recording his imperfect self. Again, it goes with what I was saying. Free fall, again, the way that they say it, at the end he was in a way free falling, so it does make sense. It's that way of not knowing where you're gonna get after you free fall, and how uncertain the future is in a way. Having actively participated in the overall production of the single album, Kangmin has reflected his thought and feelings into it. The music and visuals of the album revolves around the attitude and atmosphere of a person instead of creating lore, in order to focus Kangmin in the now as natural as possible. The official photos encapsulate the different attitudes taken when facing anxiousness throughout the concept of fidget, faint, and fever. Each concept visually portrays different ways the same emotion is received through the tone and atmosphere, while subtly expressing a person standing on the edge. The music video of the title track Free Falling builds tension through the changes in the point of view throughout the music video, while creating a mysterious atmosphere through the gaze and spaces that change constantly with each scene. The series of scenes up to leave behind a lingering feeling rather than precisely displaying their meaning, naturally immersing viewers into a situation and allowing them to also follow the flow of emotion. Free Falling may be an album that contains one-person moments, but the emotions contained within are not extracted solely to set person stories. The tremors and questions of the moment while standing on the edge connect to all of those experiencing similar moments from their own position. They do talk here about, again, the music video. I understand what they were trying to do, again, creating that mysterious atmosphere throughout definitely those more close-up moments of him, of like looking around, his kind of way of looking being a little bit empty or all over the place, not knowing exactly where to go. Also leaving behind a lingering feeling rather than explaining their meaning. It allows viewers into the situation and allowing them to also follow the flow of emotions. So what they were essentially trying to do was, instead of explaining to you everything, letting you get into that conclusion of what he was feeling, in a way, of what was happening. You know, again, those close-up moments were supposed to be that like mysterious atmosphere of him not knowing where to look, where to go. I feel they could have done a better job if that was the case that they wanted to do in the music video. Again, it just felt very empty in some parts. Because of that, there might be some parts that what they're saying here might have been a little bit lost. Another thing that I'm gonna try to see if I can find it, if they haven't taken it out or something, because I saw people talking about it. What was that whole, it was like a whole price thing that they had with him, where somebody, like one person was going to have a one-on-one date with him, and then a certain amount of people were going to have like a movie date with him, and then another amount of people were going to get something else. It wasn't like date. No, let's not do that. I don't, how would that work? Like one of them was like 100 and something, 200. I don't exactly remember the amounts of people in like a movie theater kind of date. And I'm like, I'm guessing it's all at the same time. Like I understand that, but how about we don't do, like, I understand he got that fan base because of Boys Planet too, and he bought that back to VeriVery, and Jellyfish is now trying to get that bank from it, you know. Like I understand the viewing him solo and all of that, and the fan base is VeriVery, but pretty sure Jellyfish is like, okay, you're the one that made this happen, come on, help us. Like I understand they want to get that coin, I understand it, but I don't think we need to do that. I don't know, let's not, I don't know if it happened or not, just not exactly sure. Again, I'm gonna see if I can look it up. Hi, I didn't find the picture, but I found this post. Yes, it was a one-on-one date. It was on March 23 that the company released this. For what I was seeing here, it changed. Before it was a one-on-one date with him, that was one winner. Then 25 winners was a river date. And then the movie one was 250 winners, which I'm guessing that was like the whole theater thing that they were going to use. But they changed it because again, people, let's not do, okay. On March 24, they changed the one-on-one date to 5 winners. I still don't like it, and I'm not saying bad things are gonna happen, but people are crazy. People are gonna have a story in their minds if they win this. And again, it feels like the company is like, we're gonna get the money for this because people are gonna buy this. Let's not do this. You know, that's what meet and greet, fan meetings, showcase, things like that are for. You know the space, you have security, you have more control. Things like this are hard to control. Let's not try and cross it. Let's just do the simple things. Like, it's still gonna give you the money and the coin that you want, so please don't do this. I don't like it. It doesn't look like they have like canceled or anything like that, so I think this is still standing. Let's not do this, please, Jellyfish. I don't like it. For safety of him, even, let's not do this, please. Thank you. Let's not do that. No, that can be a lot of things, and there's people out there that take things very seriously. So let's not do that. That is good. Like, no, Jellyfish, just let's not do that. I can understand you want your coin, but please, no. You can do other things if you want, you know, to give prizes to the fans and you know, see him seeing fans or something like that, fan meeting, things like that. That's what those things are for. Let's not try and jump that and do something that might harm, you know. I'm not saying like something bad can happen, but there's weird people out there. Let's not do that. Okay, but if anybody has seen this, let me know what you think. This video is gonna be longer than usual. Let me know what you think. Did you like it? Are you excited that he debuted solo? Are you excited for VeriVery? Did you see the red comeback that VeriVery did? Again, I did a reaction of it. You can go ahead and look it up. See if I can leave it somewhere if you guys want to see it. And yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you're doing great, and I'm gonna see you on the next one.